When I said I wanted Kreo to improve their products, I didn't quite expect them to come up with such a banger of a keyboard, that too so soon. Because this is the all-new Kreo Swarm. It's the newest hype around the block these days, and I'm here to tell you everything that you need to know about this keyboard before you go ahead and buy it. So for starters, this is a 75% mechanical keyboard that is mostly targeted towards the enthusiast keyboard market. So you get all of your function keys, arrow keys, along with some of your cursor control keys, and that accounts for a keyboard with a compact form factor that also doesn't make too much of a compromise with respect to its functionality. The Swarm is also a fully wireless keyboard, and that means you can connect it via the included 2.4 GHz dongle or by using Bluetooth 5.0. And the latter allows you to connect up to 3 devices to this keyboard, so that's definitely a good thing to have. So with that being said, I just want to point out here that the polling rate of any keyboard in the Bluetooth mode is much less compared to what you get with the 2.4 GHz dongle, as that allows for up to 1 GHz polling rate. So if you ever plan to use the Swarm for your gaming, and that too in the wireless mode, you know what to do. Now the Kreo Swarm has support for both Windows and Mac, and this makes the keyboard much more versatile in terms of productivity. Now you can get this keyboard in 4 color options, namely all white, white purple, black purple, and all black. And you also get 2 switch options with this keyboard, and these are the Huano speed yellows for your linear switches and these purplish pink color gtmx sense switches that are advertised for being soft tactiles. We'll talk more about these switches in a bit, but before that, let's talk about the build and design of this keyboard. The Swarm is built entirely out of ABS plastic, and weighing in at just about 800 grams, it's quite easy to carry around with you. Now for the price, I would say the build quality is quite decent, although I did expect the materials to be a bit more dense and a bit more premium. But with that being said, I didn't find any unnecessary sharp edges or corners in this keyboard, so that's definitely a good thing. This keyboard comes with 3 layers of sound absorption along with a gasket mounted PCB to give you an excellent experience during typing, and I'll definitely talk about them in detail in the later part of this video. But before that, I just want to say the keycaps that are used in this keyboard are excellent. These are some really high quality double shot PBTs that belong to the Cherry profile, and the legends that are used here are also quite sharp and easy to read, and these keycaps also don't develop any kind of shine after prolonged periods of use. Now the Kreo Swarm comes with the fully hot swappable PCB that supports any 3 or 5 pin switches to your liking, and the ones that came with my keyboard are these gtmx sense switches. I'm using tactile switches after a really long time now, and I have to say these switches feel quite good. They come pre-lubed from the factory, have a subtle bump right before the stem gives in to actuate, and that's excellent for preventing accidental key presses. Now if you ask me, I think these switches are targeted more towards gamers, as these switches are designed to prevent accidental key presses, but being a big fan of linear switches myself, I would have preferred having this keyboard with the Huano speed yellows. Alright, now speaking of the RGB, I really like the fact that you get north facing LEDs with the Swarm that become really bright thanks to the white plate underneath the keycaps. But it would have been great if the keycaps allowed for light to pass through them. Now I completely understand that this keyboard is targeted more towards enthusiasts, and most custom keyboards come with keycaps that are opaque styled without any kind of light pass through. But then again, Kreo is a company that makes peripherals for gamers, so I don't know, I just wish we had some keycaps with light pass through. Maybe some pudding keycaps would have been nice in this keyboard, but I don't know, maybe that's something in store for us with the version 2 of this keyboard. Now I'd really like to take a moment and talk about some subtle things that Kreo has provided to us with the Swarm, and these in my opinion enhance the ownership experience with this keyboard. For example, this plastic dust cover is something that I wish every keyboard manufacturer could provide us in their boxes. It's not that expensive to manufacture, but it really becomes effective during maintenance. And even the slot for the 2.4 GHz dongle being magnetic is such a simple yet brilliant implementation that prevents us from losing the dongle itself. Another thing that most keyboard modders like me will really appreciate here is the fact that Kreo has finally built a keyboard that is easy to take apart. You just need to take out these 8 screws that hold the bottom frame, and then you can easily open up the top plate to reveal what's inside. So the first thing that you'll notice here is the flex cut polycarbonate plate, which has our stabilizers mounted to it. Underneath that is our white boron plate foam that acts as a cushion between the PCB and the polycarbonate plate, and then we have our main PCB. Now this is quite a simple PCB without any flex cuts whatsoever, but I really like the fact that Kreo has added in a PCB foam with this keyboard, and that helps in better acoustics as well. Next we get a thick silicone pad that acts as a case insulator, and this also adds a lot more density to the keyboard. And then finally we get to the case which houses the 4000 mAh battery along with the Type-C port to the right. The battery life of this keyboard is quite decent. I was able to get around 12 days of usage with the RGB turned on, and if you completely turn them off, you can easily extend it to over 2 weeks. But with that being said, I just wish we had a better representation of how much battery we have remaining rather than just this tiny LED right here. Something in the realms of what EpoMaker did with their EK98 would have been an excellent touch in this keyboard. Now before I forget, if in case you're wondering where the gasket mounts for our PCB are, let me show them to you right now. You can find them right here within the case sockets. Now this is definitely a different implementation from what I'm used to, because in most other keyboards the gaskets are usually mounted on the polycarbonate plate. But hey, if it gets the job done, I'm all aboard. Now the stabilizers that are used in the Kreo Swarm are normal plate mounted stabs which are decent for the price. Now they come pre-lubed from the factory and their tuning is quite decent, so let's do a quick sound check for the stabilizers. So it definitely goes without saying that the Swarm is Kreo's best keyboard so far, and it definitely is my recommendation for those of you guys who are looking to get a great custom mechanical keyboard at this price point without breaking the bank. And for all my Indian viewers, if you do not want to get into the hassle of importing custom keyboards from brands like EpoMaker, this is probably your best bet to enter the world of custom mechanical keyboards and get lost into it. Alright, so that is pretty much it for this video, and I really hope you guys got some value out of it. The links to purchase the Kreo Swarm are there in the video description, so make sure to check it out. And for more such videos like this, don't forget to drop a sub to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.